You know, I was this close of having an awesome manga haul for you, but Blackwells had other ideas. Hello brothers, my name is Daidarius and welcome to my manga haul of October 2023. This month we're also gonna finish yet another series. It could have been two, but no. Blackwells had, as I said, other ideas, but I'm gonna save that for the end of the video. Let's just jump straight in to my manga haul. And first up we have Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 16. There's not much to say, it's more Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna be able to reach my goal this year. I just need to buy one extra volume the coming month, then I should be good. But yes, I'm slowly getting caught up with Jujutsu Kaisen. I think there's 21 volumes out right now, so I'm 5 volumes behind. So that's at least feels amazing that I'm almost there. I'm almost caught up, and then I just can follow the release when it actually happens. It's much more easy than having to remember I need to catch up on this series and this series and this series. It can be fun catching up, but it can also be very tedious catching up. Yeah, this is getting to the tedious part because now I just want to catch up. It's just how it is. You're never satisfied as a manga collector. I mean, your collection is never finished. Anyway, I'm rambling. Alright, Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 16. I still have 4 more volumes to go to catch up to my goal for this year. Speaking of, Black Clover Volume 19 is one of the other new generation big shonens that I'm trying to catch up on, and this is the second to last volume that I actually need this year. I set my goal to be the first 20 volumes by the end of the year, and with Volume 19, I'm one volume off, which is awesome, especially because there's like 31 or 34, I don't know, a lot of volumes out right now, so still got some way to go to catch up, but at least I'm gonna be able to catch up, or not catch up, to reach my goal for this year, which is awesome because we're gonna get to it in a bit, but looking at it now, the amount of accomplishment I have on my 2023 manga wish list is not good. It's definitely not good. But the year is not over yet, but holy fucking shit. Anyway, the next one kinda hurts. I'm not gonna get to it, but yeah, let's jump on to the next one. And that is Pokemon Adventures Black and White Volume 9. Now, the reason this one hurts is that I am technically done with Black and White. I have completed it all, but as you know, I'm still missing Volume 6, so I'm not really done with it yet. And that's why it sucks, that's why it hurts. I should be done with it now, but I'm not. And it has still not been any news on when the 6th volume is gonna be back in stock, when they're gonna reprint it. So until then, I just have to continue with the series and get Black 2 and White 2 and so on and so forth. But yeah, it sucks that I'm missing that one volume, but we will get it eventually. I just have to keep my eyes on it like hawk to see when I get any news on the new volume. Okay, not the new one, the reprint of that volume. Now to a new edition, a new series to my collection, and that is Goodbye Eri, which is a one-shot from Fujimoto, who is the creator behind Chainsaw Man. I also have Look Back, which is another one-shot of him, which is actually excellent. I don't know much about this, except that it is drawn in a way that shows you that it is recorded through a mobile phone, which is kind of what you can see on the cover. So I am looking forward to see what he's gonna do with that premise, with that limitation in the paneling. How is he gonna make a great story? And it's also a lot thicker than Look Back, which is, I mean, given it is a one-shot, it is quite long, but you are gonna read through it very quickly. It's kind of a personal story, and I'm guessing this is gonna be as well, but I'm also suspecting, or kinda expecting, to get some of that weird Fujimoto flair. Kinda like when you are talking about Araki from JoJo fame. When he does something, you're expecting that Araki flair, that weird or bizarre, I guess, flair of his. Same here. When I read something from Fujimoto, I'm expecting that weird Fujimoto flair. If you have read Chainsaw Man, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But we'll see. But I'm looking very much forward to reading it because I loved Look Back. So I'm looking forward to see what it's gonna do here. Okay, we don't have much volumes left, unfortunately. Again, we're gonna get to it at the end of the video. But first, the next one. And that is Fire Punch Volume 5. So I guess speaking of Fujimoto, I am now on the second half of Fire Punch. With this volume now only missing 3. I don't know if I will be able to get them all this year, but I'm gunning for it. I'm looking very much forward to reading Fire Punch, and also I am blown away every time I look at the covers of Fire Punch because they are so awesome. And it's easy to see his creativity when you're looking at Chainsaw Man covers because they are also some of my favorites. So, I mean, I kind of guess it makes sense. Alright, I only have one more series to go in this manga haul. As I said, it is shorter than it had to be, but we're getting to it. Let's go into the final entry, and that is Fire Force Volume 33 and Fire Force Volume 34. So this is it. This is the end of Fire Force, and now I have finally managed to complete it all. I have now the whole series of Fire Force in my collection, which is so awesome. Now I have not read the last 4 volumes yet. I'm gonna get to it. Currently I'm reading through JoJo Part 5. But after that I'm gonna dive into Fire Force again, because now that I have the final part of it, I might as well just finish it. I love it. It is such a great series, and it is so different than what I expected of it. It takes a weird turn almost halfway through, but I am so glad that I actually managed to read Fire Force, and I'm looking forward to see how this is gonna end. I mean, it's bananas at volume 30, so the last 4 is probably gonna be even weirder, especially when you look at the cover. I mean, what's that? Do you see the difference? Angry dude, this. I'm just looking forward to it. But yes, that is my manga haul of October. Before I getting into why it is as short as it is, I have something I need to wrap up. So just give me a second. Alright, we're gonna bring up the list, because we have not seen this list since I think maybe May. It's been a while, that's what I'm trying to say. And the thing is, I have missed so many opportunities to actually update this bad boy. So I'm gonna do it now. So first off, if you look at this list right here, then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, I can cross that one out because I have all of it. I'm currently reading it. It is great. But yeah, I can cross that one out. And now, if we move on to Fire Force, I can cross that one out as well because I just finished it. So as you can see, even with those 2 crossed out, there's still a long way to go before we finish this list. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it by the end of the year. I mean, some of them should naturally be concluded. But still, you know, maybe not all of them. But if you go to the other list, then, for example, we can crush out Rooster Fighter, because I have the 4 volumes. I know we will get a volume at the end of the year, but I'm not sure I will be able to accomplish it before New Year's. So, I set out to get 4 volumes. I've now gotten 4 volumes. We're crushing it out. And then at the tail end we have Black and White. I was aiming for the first 3 volumes. I now have 8 out of 9 volumes. Missing volume 6. I'm crossing it out because then next year, unless I manage to get volume 6 this year, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt they will reprint it this year, but then next year I can put it on the list, volume 6. But yeah, as you can see here, I mean, there's a long way to go. Now I could also cross out Kaiju number 8 since I have the 7th volumes I set out to get. but that was because I was not sure if we were gonna get volume 8 this year. We will. So I'm not crossing it out yet. I am waiting until I actually have the 8th volume. But yes, the two lists, they're not looking impressive considering we are at October, or just finished October. Whew, still have 2 months left. Shit. Shit. I have my work cut off for me. But yes, that is it. That is my manga haul. So, at the tail end, I'm just gonna quickly share why this manga haul is not as epic as it could have been, because I managed to finish the series. So what's the big deal? Well, I set out to finish 2 series this month. The other one was Blade of the Immortal, because the final volume came out this month. And I have been... Talk about bad timing. I have been itching to finish that series. I was gunning for it. I mean, Blade of the Immortals, just in general, Dark Horse Deluxe Editions are quite expensive. They eat a big chunk of my budget for mangas, which is why we only have 7 volumes or something. So, what happened? Well, apparently Blackwells does not really like me, or at least they do not like my credit card. So, in case you don't know, if you go on Blackwells and make a order, let's say you have 10 volumes, different volumes in your basket, and then you check out, every time an entry, a inmost line, a book, a volume from your order is ready to be sent, they charge that 1 volume, and when they have successful payments, they're gonna send it away towards you. So, if you order 10 volumes, you're gonna get charged 10 times each for each volume. That's just how they do business, apparently. Fine, so what's the issue? Well, when I have gotten my first 2 orders sent to me, which was the Fire Force volumes, coincidentally, then they had to charge the Goodbye Every volume, but for some reason my payment, or the charge, or whatever you're gonna call it, was declined. Why? I don't know. It could just be that the connection was down or something like that. I don't know if they have a retry policy, but nevertheless they just emailed me saying we could not charge for this order, so we are gonna nullify every order on it, besides the 2 orders we have already charged for and sent to you. So if you want those, you have to do your order again, which makes no freaking sense, because it's just gonna be with the same card, but I digress. So I reordered it. Everything minus Fire Force volume 33 and 34. Okay, we are in business, because I was patiently waiting, just watching my bank just going, please work. And then they charged and sent the next volume. Alright, we're in business. It was just a hiccup in the system. And then we get to the final volume, which was Blade of the Immortal volume 10. Anxiously waiting, just charge me and then send it off. And they tried, and then it failed again. So I got the email, you could not charge, or the charge was declined, or whatever. Some issues, you have to reorder it. I was like, fine, I'm gonna reorder it. So I go into Blackwells. I'm preparing to order volume 10. But in the meantime, and still to this day of this recording, the volume price, when you have to send it to Denmark specifically, is double retail. Okay, just volume 10 and I think volume 6 or something. Those two, for some weird reason, are double retail price. So I'm not gonna order it yet. I'm gonna wait until it drops back to normal. Why is it like that? I don't know. And the funny thing is, if you want to send it to Germany, which is just south from Denmark, or let's say Sweden or Norway, which is just north of Denmark, we just smack in the middle of it, it's fine. It's just the normal price. But for some reason, getting over border of Denmark, it's gotta be a big toll or something, because double the price, Jesus Christ. So that's why this is not an epic manga haul, because I could have finished 2 series. What does your manga haul look like? And hopefully, I'm not gonna make any promise, but hopefully before next month manga haul, you should finally get a different video than just a new manga haul. I know it's been a while, but I'm gunning for it. Alright, until I see you in the next video, remember to stay awesome. See ya!